Yves Bennaïm is the chairman of the non-profit think tank 2B4CH that focuses on social and financial impact of cryptocurrencies. He joins me now from Olon in Switzerland. Thanks very much for speaking with us here on Good Morning Europe. What is fueling this latest rally of Bitcoin?
It's a mix of many things, but in reality, it's the current financial insecurity for people, for companies, of the fear of overinflation. Basically, people are using Bitcoin now to save money because they're afraid that by printing so much new money out of nowhere, the people who will be punished will be the savers, basically.
So, whereas before people used to turn to gold as a safe haven, are you predicting now that people are turning to Bitcoin whenever there's instability?
It used to be gold, and I think now it's gold and silver. I think now Bitcoin is starting to become a third option, yes.
But when we look at some of the previous crashes that Bitcoin has gone through, it might seem like a really, really enticing investment for new investors, but that crash can be as great as what the rise can be as well, can't it?
So there are a lot of corrections, but there is a saying in Bitcoin which is in doubt, zoom out. You have to look at the curve on a much larger scale, something that macro investors are doing more easily. You have to think that Bitcoin is a very small vehicle still. It's a very young system. It's a very small monetary mass. So people are still going up and down because, some speculators, they want to cash out, obviously, when it goes up. And there are lots of corrections. But if you look at the last 12 years, the growth is very steady and very regular. Nowadays, of course, now the price is really, really high. But in general, if you keep your Bitcoin for, let's say, 1, 2, 3 years, it just average to steady growth.
You're saying that it's a new currency. It certainly doesn't have the regulation of what other currencies and financial investments have got. And I just wonder, is it a truly safe currency? Because we've seen over the course of 2020, more than 75 Bitcoin exchanges were disintegrated. We've also seen scams. We've seen people lose out on their Bitcoins because of hackers. There are risks to investing in Bitcoin, isn't there?
Well, there are risks to investing in US dollars or in euro, for example. If you keep your money in your pocket and you go late at night in a shady street, you can be robbed. But it's not a problem with the money itself. It's a problem with how you handle it. It's a new industry at the same time as the internet is a new industry. People get their identity stolen online or their passwords. People get their email hacked. And we saw recently the US government was hacked. So it's not really the problem of Bitcoin. It's the problem of people relearning to be sovereign and to be responsible.
Yves Bennaïm joining us there from 2B4CH, a non-profit think tank that focuses on cryptocurrencies. Thank you very much indeed.